Crystalline spires of the Galactic Council chambers hummed with ancient power as Ambassador Kethvar raised all four of his chitinous arms in triumph. The holographic display before the assembled delegates showed a simple message that had taken 3 standard cycles to approve: species classification, Sol 3 bipeds, status, extinct. "The motion passes," Kethvar announced, his mandibles clicking with satisfaction. "The humans' homeworld has been glassed, their colonies absorbed, their ships scattered to the void. Let the records show that this aggressive species no longer poses a threat to galactic stability." Murmurs of approval rippled through the chamber. The Zephyrians' crystalline forms chimed in harmony, while the gas giant dwellers of Nimbus Prime pulsed with bioluminescent agreement. Even the normally neutral architects nodded their massive heads, their ancient wisdom apparently satisfied with humanity's erasure. What none of them noticed was the small maintenance drone in the upper galleries, its optical sensors recording everything with perfect clarity. 3 parsecs away, aboard the mining station Persistence, Captain Sarah, Chen watched the recording with the kind of cold fury that had made humans legendary and feared across the galaxy. Around her, the makeshift command center buzzed with activity as word spread through humanity's hidden network. "They think we're extinct," muttered Dr. James Okafor, his weathered hands clenched into fists. 3 billion people on Earth, and they write us off like we never existed." "That's their first mistake," Sarah replied, her voice steady despite the rage burning in her chest. "Their second was assuming we'd stay where they could find us. For the past 50 years, while the Council had been busy cataloging and containing what they saw as humanity's expansion problem, humans had been doing what they did best: adapting, surviving, and spreading like wildfire through every crack in the galaxy's armor. They'd hidden in asteroid fields, carved homes from ice moons, and built cities in the crushing depths of gas giants. Human engineers had reverse-engineered alien technology and improved it. Human doctors had synthesized cures for diseases that had plagued species for millennia, and human traders had built networks that spanned sectors, all while staying carefully beneath the Council's notice. Now, as news of their supposed extinction spread, humanity's true strength was about to be revealed. On Kepler 442b, Dr. Elena Vasquez emerged from her xenobiology lab to find her research station's Thraxian security chief, Zach Toole, watching Council broadcasts with obvious confusion. "Doctor," the reptilian alien said, his tongue flicking nervously, "the news says your species is gone, but you are here. How can this be?" Elena smiled, the expression somehow both warm and terrifying. "Zach Toole, my friend, let me show you something." She activated her personal communicator, speaking in rapid Spanish. Within seconds, responses came flooding in, dozens of voices, then hundreds, then thousands, all speaking in the musical complexity of human languages. Zach Toole's eyes widened as he realized what he was hearing: a roll call that spanned the galaxy. Meanwhile, on the Council's core worlds, impossible things were happening. The Zephyrian power grid, which hadn't failed in 8 centuries, suddenly began operating at 200% efficiency. The improvement came with a simple message broadcast across their networks: "Compliments of the human engineers you thought were dead. On Nimbus Prime, the gas dwellers' food shortage, a problem that had plagued them for decades, vanished overnight as vast kelp farms appeared in their atmosphere. The cultivation technique came with documentation signed by Dr. Maria Santos, Human Agricultural Corps. The architects found their ancient archives suddenly accessible for the first time in millennia, their quantum locks bypassed by code that bore the signature Tommy Chen, age 16, Earth refugee. But it was the Council chambers themselves where humanity delivered its masterstroke. As the delegates reconvened to discuss the strange events across their worlds, they found their seats occupied, not by invaders or conquerors, but by humans who had simply appeared. Maintenance workers who'd been invisible for years suddenly stood up from their posts. Diplomatic aides who'd been dismissed as pets of extinct species revealed themselves as humanity's true ambassadors. Kethvar stammered, as he found himself face to face with Ambassador Lisa Park, a woman who'd been serving coffee in the council chambers for 3 years. "Surprised?" she asked, adjusting her translator pin with practiced ease. "You shouldn't be. Humans have been here all along. We built your station's life support. We designed your communication arrays. We've been listening to your every word, learning your every weakness and deciding whether you were worth saving." The chamber erupted in panic, but Ambassador Park simply raised her voice, and the acoustics, designed by human engineers, carried her words to every corner. "The council voted to erase us," she continued. "But you can't erase an idea. And humanity? Humanity is the idea that no matter how dark it gets, no matter how impossible the odds, someone will find a way forward. We don't just survive, we thrive. We don't just endure, we excel. And we don't just exist, we matter." She gestured to the chaos around her, aliens frantically trying to contact their homeworlds only to find human voices answering their calls. "You wanted us gone because you were afraid of what we might become. But we've already become it. We're in your systems, your cities, your lives. We're the backbone of your civilization, and you never even noticed." Kethvar's mandibles clicked desperately. What do you want?" Ambassador Park smiled, and for the first time since the vote, it was a genuinely warm expression. "What we've always wanted," she said. "A place at the table, recognition, respect, and maybe, if you're very lucky, our continued help in making this galaxy a better place for everyone." She paused, looking around the chamber at the representatives of 100 worlds. "The council tried to erase our name. But humanity doesn't live in names or records or official declarations. We live in every kindness we've shown, every problem we've solved, every hand we've extended to help someone else reach higher." The holographic display flickered, then changed. Where once it had declared humanity extinct, new words appeared. Species classification, Sol 3 bipeds. Status, essential. "You can't kill an idea," Ambassador Park concluded. "And that's all we ever were, the idea that tomorrow can be better than today if you're brave enough to make it so." As the implications of humanity's revelation spread across the galaxy, one thing became clear. The Council hadn't just failed to erase humanity's name, they'd helped ensure it would never be forgotten.